Hi, this is Ken Schwartz of Precise Sharpening, and I'm going to be reviewing the 150 Nubatama stone. It's a bamboo series stone, and this will be the third video. The first video got truncated, and so the second video was somewhat shortened, where I finished demonstrating a Shun Yanagi, improving the finish pattern on it after initially sharpening with the 140 Atoma plate. So in this video I'm going to demonstrate a carbon steel knife. I'm not sure of the brand name on this. It's not a Moritaco or Takeda, but it's a sort of generic carbon steel type knife. And I've had this knife sitting around for quite some time, and although it looks fairly sharp and you do see some shininess to it, the knife has had some use, and at this point in time it's somewhat dull. It's deceptively sharp looking, but let me demonstrate and you'll see that it's just really not cutting anymore. Maybe a little bit in a spot or two near the heel, but basically not cutting. So what I want to do is thin this edge a little bit and reestablish a nice sharp edge on this knife. So I'm going to use the 150 Nubatama stone to do so. So here we go. The stone has already been soaked, so I'm going to add a little more water to it and get going on this carbon steel knife. So what I'm going to be doing, it's a convex grind, so I'm going to go slightly up right around there, and it's a zero grind type bevel, but convex. So since I know it's fairly close, I'm going to be trying to get just a little bit of a burr starting on the one side. And yeah, the stone is drying out just a little bit, so let's run some more water on this. Some of the things that I didn't really point out that much on that second video is that compared to a lot of the other coarser stones, this doesn't generate a lot of mud. And so, since I'm freehand sharpening this and it is a convex grind, what I am doing is varying the angle ever so slightly as I do it, but not exceeding a certain angle, so that I somewhat uniformly finish the whole side of the knife. And I can feel it starting to catch a little bit more, letting me know that I'm approaching getting a burr, especially towards the end of the knife. And you can see that let's soak it just a little bit more. And let's look at the edge. I can feel a noticeable increase in sharpness. I can feel a burr in a number of spots, particularly right in this area. So now let's go with the other side. Now yes, we could sit there with a finer grit stone and do a similar sort of thing to this and take a whole lot longer, but what we're really interested in is just that initial establishment of a meeting of the two sides. We're not interested in generating a lot of burr. We want to see a little bit of burr. Okay, so I have burr all along that edge. A little bit more right here. Okay, now I'm going to very lightly go across the stone to get rid of the burr on this side. And I'm reducing my pressure. Again, on this side, just a little bit. So one of the things that I like about this stone is that it doesn't shed a lot of stone, so it doesn't dish very quickly, and it cuts quite quickly. So it's really the best of both worlds. It's one of my favorite coarse stones out there. Again, let's take a look and see how this has changed. Clean cuts. Okay, very little effort. Very clean cut. Again, the 150 grit Nubatama Bamboo stone, available at Chef Knives to Go, along with the smaller ones for the Edge Pro. Very quick, very fast, absorbs water quickly, needs to be kept soaked. When it's used on the Edge Pro, after the initial soaking, you tend to get the job done fairly quickly, so you wind up not re-soaking it very often at all. Very effective stone. I would add it to any group of stones that you're using where you want to get your initial work done quickly. Thank you very much for your time.